Did you know that some 16 years ago, leopards could be found wandering the mountains surrounding Beijing? Since then, the world's last 300 North Chinese leopards have moved deeper into the wild, but now there's hope they'll come back. Hi, I'm Kyle Obermann, nature contributor for the China Current, showing you China's wild. When I was a student in Beijing, I quickly discovered that Beijing is bordered by a ring of mountains that hold more wild wonders than just the Great Wall. Deep canyons, incredible sunsets, oak forests, and magnificent alpine peaks. Ever since my early school days in Beijing, I've been fascinated by this animal story, and I've been on the path to track them. A few years ago, I joined a local nonprofit, the Chinese Felid Conservation Alliance, and a handful of other volunteers to hike for nearly 2 weeks, following the Great Wall from Beijing into neighboring Hebei province in search of leopard habitats. Apart from the last documented sightings in Beijing in 2005, neighboring Hebei and Shanxi provinces are some of the last places where these beautiful leopards can breed and settle down. During our expedition, we worked to map out potential wildlife corridors that could link leopard habitats in Hebei back to Beijing. When forests are cleared, roads are built, and towns develop, wildlife habitat becomes fragmented. For some species, this is less of a problem, like birds, which can easily fly over a road. But for others, especially large carnivores like lions in Africa or leopards in China, they need wide tracts of intact habitat to breed and hunt. So for leopards to return back to their native wild habitat inside Beijing's mountains, they need passages free from human disturbance, wildlife corridors, to get back. As the team and I hiked through nearly 200 kilometers of wild, mountainous land, I was floored by the raw beauty, but also the challenge of finding and preserving large enough stretches of intact wilderness. Day and night, we searched for traces of the leopard, collecting fecal samples along the way to survey potential leopard prey. Disappointingly, even though we collected many samples, we found no trace of the elusive leopard. But in November last year, some great news broke. A leopard was spotted by villagers less than 100 kilometers from Beijing. This good news is the result of years of hard work and campaigning by the CFCA. To protect these leopards in their habitat, compensation schemes have been put in place for locals who lose livestock to leopards. Major roads have been rerouted, and local villagers have been hired as forest rangers to protect leopards' habitat and educate others. After years of such habitat preservation work, the hope that leopards return to the mountains of China's capital are closer than ever to being realized. Big cats and humans can coexist, like the leopards of Mumbai, India, or the Florida panther sneaking behind the swamps of developed suburbs. But it requires an extreme dedication by the local people and government to set aside connected tracts of nature to thrive alongside humans. No urban area has yet to master this perfectly, but with continued efforts, the rural outskirts of China's Forbidden City being open to leopards will hopefully become a near future reality.